It'll get better in a second.
This is really good.
Yeah, it'll get really good. So if you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so
sure.
Expect it to be a little turbulent when we lift off the ground. The first maybe minute of this flight might be jostling us around a lot because the sun is creating a lot of hot pockets right now.
Okay.
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankees on the roll, 1-3.
I'm applying full power with our throttle here. I'm still steering with my feet. And just like that, we're airborne. So there's that rough stuff I told you about. But we're going to plan to fly higher to get away from it. Yeah, it tends to be more turbulent when you're over hard ground.
Oh.
If we were to fly over water, these turbulent pockets disappear.
Is that right, eh?
Yep.
Oh.
So what's happening is the sun is shining down on the earth, and when it hits the hard ground, it has nowhere to go with that energy, and it releases hot air straight up.
Okay.
And it's creating all this nonsense where we're flipping around and moving around like that. But if the sun hits the water, a large body of water like a lake or something, it gets absorbed.
Right.
Has nowhere to go but sucks into the water and warms up the water. So we're now 1,000 feet over the ground. I'll just bring it up a little bit more, maybe to 1,300 feet over the ground, and we'll see how bumpy it is there.
Approaching altitude.
All right. So we're now 1,300 feet over the ground. And I guess we can do a left turn. Are you okay with heights?
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay. Now, if by chance you start having an issue with your stomach, let me know, and if there is a problem, I'm usually able to land before we have an issue.
Yep, okay.
But if it's getting too violent, there is a baggie in that side pocket near your left leg.
Yep.
I'll do my best to try to avoid as much turbulence as possible.
Right, okay.
So today we're not going to be doing no stunt flying, nothing like that. We're just going to cruise around and let you learn how to fly this thing. I'm going to make one more radio announcement, let anybody else know in the area that we're leaving this area.
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee is departing your zone to the northeast at 2,000 feet.
Just trying to find a nice spot. I'm almost thinking if we go towards the beach, we'll fly over your place too. But if we get over the water a bit, it should be a bit smoother.
It's something a person wouldn't think of the fact of the heat hitting the ground and having to bounce back up, right? Because you would think that it would dissipate before it got up this high.
It does, but on a day like today, the sun is still pretty proud in the sky.
Right.
So we can avoid it, but we might want to go 3,000 feet over the ground.
Right.
Leaving altitude.
We can go up there, but then again, you're going to lose all this beautiful scenery. Yeah, sorry about that. That's just those, that's those currents. So everything that's happening is completely normal. I'm totally used to it.
Yeah, okay.
But I understand how it's unnerving to somebody who hasn't done it before. I remember being there.
Wow, it's amazing how far you can see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got Blue Mountain over there to the left. Off to your right, and that kind of gets foggy, but there's Midland and Penetangwisheen. Is there a particular direction you would like to fly today?
No, I don't believe so.
Nothing you want to see from up here?
No, I'm just happy to experience this.
Okay. I got no problem for us to go in wherever you want. Anything you want to look at, no problem. 40 minutes, we can cover a lot of ground. So I'm just going to take us out over top of Wasaga Beach, and then from there, I'm going to start showing you how to steer this thing.
November, downwind for 13, stop and go.
So sometimes some of the radio chatter we're going to hear is going to be annoying, but we have to keep it on the station to listen. You would think that you would be able to see other planes in the sky quite easily. It's actually very difficult. So that's why we really rely on these radios a lot.
Well, they provide a great safety.
Oh yes. Yeah, like as soon as we get near Wasaga Beach, I'm going to make an announcement, let other pilots know we're there. Wow, it's turbulent. Bring this thing up a few more 100 feet.
That shows it right there, does it?
Yep.
Okay.
So the way this works, an altimeter is calibrated for sea level. So sea level is like the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean, right? Now, Edenvale Airport is already 714 feet above sea level. So when we took off from the ground, it was already at 700 feet.
All right, eh?
So I have to do the math backwards to figure out how high off the ground we are.
Right. Wasaga Beach sure is big when you're looking from up here, isn't it?
It is, yep.
Wow.
So right here, I'm just going to make a radio announcement and let everybody know what we're doing.
And Wasaga area traffic, SportStar India Juliet Kilo Yankees at 2,500 feet above Wasaga Beach, traveling southwest along the shoreline en route to Collingwood, maintaining 2,500. Calling traffic, Juliet November, final, 13, stop and go.
All right, Ron, you ready to try this thing?
Not quite yet.
Okay. What you can do...
I'm enjoying the view.
Okay, enjoy the view. If you want, though, I'm not going to make you do anything that you don't want to do, but you can take your hand and rest it on the control and feel what I'm doing. So you'll feel, if I'm turning this plane, you'll feel what I do. I just pull that stick like that and it turns. And I go that way to go this way. So we steer the aircraft by the use of this stick. If I want this plane to climb, I pull towards this a bit like that. Just a little tiny pull.
Right.
And if I want the nose to come down and start going down, we just push forward a little bit. Very, very gentle movements.
November, backtracking 13.
So you can just ride along with me, and as you get more confident, then you can let me know, and I'll just kind of rest my hand like that away from it.
No, I'm just happy just having a little bit of a...
Cool, you can do that too.
Just looking at all the views.
No problem.
Yeah.
Collingwood Unicorn, Golf Yankee Charlie Sierra requesting radio check.
There's an Wasaga.
Here, 5x5.
Yankee Charlie Sierra, thank you.
It's not so bumpy out here over the water.
Oh, what a difference.
Yeah, just a little bit of bumps.
Yeah.
Because we're still a little close to the land.
Yeah.
The good thing is you can travel great distances with these planes.
Yeah, it's like if we're saying as to how far you could actually go on it with a full tank.
Oh yeah. So in the case of this aircraft, this is usually cutting a car's time in half. So if it takes you 4 hours to drive somewhere, you can get there in 2 hours, maybe a little less with this plane.
Okay.
Because obviously we don't have to deal with the traffic and all that stuff, and
right.
We fly as the crow flies. I'm just following the contour of this shoreline.
Yeah, it's neat. From up here, you can see this through the different, along the beach there, right? Where you've got the different...
Yeah.
Very neat.
What's really cool, when you get up there past Meaford, you can see shipwrecks and stuff underwater.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, different things from the area that I know about I've only seen from on the ground.
Yeah.
And then you see it from up here and that, it's
Leaving altitude.
gives you another different perspective.
Right off our left wing there, you can see Collingwood Airport.
Okay.
Just on the other side of the Cal Patterson Highway.
Approaching altitude.
So as you can probably feel on this stick, the control movements are very slight.
Yeah.
Everything you want to do is just a little tiny movement,
yeah.
that's it. So generally when I fly, I usually fly with just 2 fingers like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not much motion.
Nope.
Nope.
And part because we're going fast. So since
Okay.
we're going fast, the control motions have to be very little. Similar
Right.
to your car, the faster you go, you just do a little turn on that steering wheel to change a lane.
Okay.
Every once in a while, you'll feel one of those turbulent pockets push one of the wings up.
Collingwood traffic, Fox Juliet, November. Just in the downwind, we'll be departing the circuit northwestbound towards Blue Mountain for some sightseeing, remaining in the local area. Expecting Fox Juliet, November.
So I'm just going to let that guy know that we're in this area.
Okay, Collingwood area traffic, SportStar India Juliet Kilo Yankees at 2,500 feet, just north of the airport along the shoreline, traveling west towards Blue Mountain. We'll keep an eye out for you.
Presently 1,800 feet for Fox Juliet, November. I'll try and keep this altitude.
Imagine flying a commercial aircraft, you'd hear all kinds of noise.
Yep. Yeah, it'll kind of drive you crazy. How you feeling up here? You feeling okay and secure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good,
Yep,
good.
no problem at all.
I always want to make sure everybody feels comfortable.
Yep, no, I'm good.
I don't want to scare nobody.
Yep, no, that's so far so good, Bill. I told Kim I'd do some whale watching up here.
There you go. Yeah, the great Georgian Bay whales.
So is this the type of plane that you have over in, what did you say, Arroyo was it, Bill?
Oh, Midland?
Oh, Midland there?
I use the same aircraft. I just fly it there and service that airport for flight training as well.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a quick flight. It's a 15-minute flight for me.
Oh, beautiful. So what's the life expectancy of a plane like this?
2,000 hours on the engine needs to be rebuilt.
Okay.
So that's quite a long. That's a lot of flying.
Right.
It would be rare that somebody that's a pilot that buys it for himself would ever put 2,000 hours on the plane.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah, if you think about it, most people are putting maybe 30, 40 hours on a plane in a year.
Oh, okay.
So
Right, exactly.
now, being that I'm a school, I use it a lot.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So yeah, this will last me a few years, but then I just send the engine out, they rebuild it, and they send it back.
Oh, okay. And do you have a hangar in Midland as well?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in case I need to use it. My home base is Edenvale, though. So I generally stays parked in Edenvale. And if weather is bad, I'll leave it in Midland.
Notice this year, it seems that you can see that lighthouse little island more this year.
Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
Did you want to try turning or moving this thing around?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yep, I'm good.
No problem.
Yeah, and see all the ski runs on the hill?
Yeah.
So whereabouts is your fuel gauge?
Right here. I have two of them, left tank and a right tank.
Oh, beautiful.
So we
Okay.
have 53 liters and 43 liters.
Okay.
That's a lot of fuel. We could fly this thing for 5 hours with that.
Oh, wow.
Fox Juliet, November, Cessna 172 over Blue Mountain, climbing up to 2200 for some local sightseeing.
Funny, I thought it'd be cooler up here. I mean, it's a nice breeze.
Yeah.
I thought it would be cooler.
It does get cooler. I'm just going to make one radio announcement here.
And Collingwood area traffic, SportStar India Juliet Kilo Yankee is just over the shore, directly north of Blue Mountain at 2,500 and looking for traffic.
There's another guy close by. I just don't see him.
No.
And it's weird that he didn't radio back to me. So the way it works is every 1,000 feet off the ground, we lose 2 degrees roughly in Celsius.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, okay.
So 1,000 feet over the ground, it's actually 1.98 degrees Celsius drop. A guaranteed drop, it's going to happen. So if it was really, really hot today, we would go up to 4,000 or 5,000 feet, and this would be blowing in like ice.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know where this guy is.
Well, I know he did say that he was going to be flying up over Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
But no, I don't.
Yeah, I've got you off my right wing tip there. No conflict. I'm going to start heading south.
Thank you, Juliet Kilo Yankee.
So he saw us. We're off his right wingtip, so he's somewhere off to the left. But that's the amazing thing about such a big sky. It's very hard to see each other.
Well, that's the thing. You just can't. No.
Communication in an aircraft is key to safe flying. So the better a person can get on understanding where you are in the world, like where we are physically and on a map, is a huge thing, and how to communicate on these radios is very important as well.
Midland traffic, Lima Bravo Papa Lake Antis.
And there's Georgia Peak.
9 miles
Yep.
to the east, we'll join the downwind for runway 16.
So I'm going to take this thing and just turn her around. I'm going to turn this way because I don't want to get too close to the hill. Now this aircraft is capable of doing very tight turns. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to scare you.
Yeah, I'm too high up to mess my pants, Bill.
Yeah, out here the air is so smooth over this water here.
And Collingwood area traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, 2,500 feet, directly over the shoreline north of Georgia Peaks, heading eastbound along the shoreline en route to Edenvale.
Now, are those sandbars down there, Bill?
They are.
All right, eh? Wow.
It's amazing how far away from shore they are, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Charlie Sierra's on the roll 13.
The funny thing is, they're actually not even coming through the surface of the water. They're below it.
Yeah.
But they look like they're coming through. But you can imagine if you were on a boat, you might hit them.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, and especially in the dark, right? It's certainly,
Yep.
I'm not sure what kind of communication they have to know what's in the water, right? For what the
Other than your
sonar,
nautical
right?
charts you have.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
So if you want, whenever we get closer to Collingwood Airport, we'll make a right and go above Stayner so you can look for your house. It's always cool to look down.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this is really neat to see all the shoreline here and the ski runs and that from up here.
Yeah.
Traffic, this is Quebec Echo Kilo.
Now, if you ever did a trip, like you said, like from here down to the States, would you have to pre-program your flight and give that information on?
You do, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a terribly difficult thing. You just have to let them know 24 hours in advance that you're coming. And where you're going to be going to and who's on board with you.
Okay.
And you're free to cross over the border. And you only have to deal with customs at your first airport that you're landing at. So you don't have to fly over the border and land at the first airport. If you were flying to, say, North Carolina, and you have enough fuel to do it, you would arrange with the customs office at an airport there.
Okay.
So they're waiting for you when you get there, and they'll just come out and do a basic document inspection.
Yeah.
Similar to crossing with a car, but less intensive, believe it or not. They usually just come out, look at your paperwork, and say, have a good day, guys.
Foxtrot Juliet, November. Inbound, 3-day northwest, join mid downfield for the left base 13.
Collingwood traffic, Golf Yankee Charlie Sierra is at circuit altitude. Right-hand turnout to climb to 5,000 feet towards Lake Eugenia.
Lima Bravo Papa, turning left base 16 Midland.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how deep into the water you can see, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to believe when you see the different sand dunes and that out here. Like, wow.
Yeah. It almost looks like an ocean.
Yeah.
In the tropics.
Yeah, because I know I've had the fortune of sitting beside the window flying into, whether it's St. Martin or Antigua that we've been to.
Yeah.
And you of course, looks very, very similar to that.
Yep.
Yeah, Georgia Bay is a pretty big body of water.
It is.
So is Midland a busy little airport as well?
Collingwood area traffic, the helicopter.
Not as busy as Edenvale, but it's got its fair share of traffic.
We'll be transiting southeast towards Buttonville 1700, just over the town of Collingwood. Any traffic?
The busiest airport in the area is Collingwood.
Okay.
Yeah, they're quite busy.
Now, do they have commercial come out of Collingwood now?
They do. Yeah, not large stuff, but some smaller, regional flights. Yeah.
I know. I heard on the TV that they were going to, I think they were going to make it into like a commercial airport where there would be customs, that type of thing, was there, or?
They may be trying to do that. Yeah, they've talked about that for a while. I don't believe it till I see it.
Well, it's likely going to be a tough thing to get going because you need to have people who are going to support it, right?
Yep.
I mean, you can't put, like, just the logistics of it. You can't place people and all that there and not have anyone support it to make it fundable.
You got that right.
Cranberry Marina.
Yeah.
Highway 24 is pretty straight, isn't it?
Oh yes. You can even see way in the distance it keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, all over this area of southern Ontario, the roads are fairly straight. So it makes it, being a pilot, that much easier, because they're generally lined up on the northwest, north, you know, the compass.
Yep, exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So that road appears to be heading to the direct south on the compass.
Lima Bravo Alpha, 1 mile to the east of the field, transiting southbound to Buntville at 1700. Any conflicting traffic, helicopter Foxtrot Lima Bravo Alpha.
Foxtrot Lima Alpha Bravo. What's your present altitude?
1700.
Copy that. I've got you in sight. I'm just in the circuit crossing center field.
I have you.
Collingwood area traffic, this is Quebec Echo Kilo, is clearing the zone to the east at 2000, 2.0.
And Collingwood traffic, Foxtrot Juliet, November, downwind 413.5.
But you're right, like you don't see anybody up here.
Nope. Very difficult. That's why you got to get really good converting what you're hearing to the directions and the places.
Right.
I know exactly where all these people are by what they're saying, but I'm just going to avoid them, of course, and not get in that area. But I know that there's another guy flying directly towards us, but over that way about 2 miles. But he's low.
Yeah.
It's only 1,000 feet from the ground.
Juliet, November, base 13, full stop.
And then, would you know what type of plane he'd be flying? Or not necessarily?
Not necessarily. Usually on the first radio transmission a pilot gives, we tell what type of plane it is.
Right.
So in the case of the first time I spoke to these guys, I said SportStar, and then I gave them my call letters.
Okay.
So I told everybody I'm a SportStar, and that's what this is.
40 Delta Yankee Charlie Sierra. We're currently level at 5,500 feet, currently 10 nautical miles to the northeast of Eugenia. We'll be practicing upper level air work in this vicinity, 5,500 and below for Yankee Charlie Sierra.
Juliet, November, final 13, Collingwood.
And Collingwood area traffic, SportStar India Juliet Kilo Yankee directly north of the field over the shoreline at 2,500 en route to fly above Stayner, 2,500 and then Edenvale.
You know something funny? A minute I'm thinking, that's us. I'm thinking, everyone else in this area is the same plane level.
Huh? So there's the big metropolis of Stayner ahead of us.
I think they'd show some big sign or something so you can see it from up here.
Yeah.
Juliet, November, backtracking 13.
Yeah, that's another thing about becoming a pilot. You got to do a lot of studying on your maps and learning where everything is. Especially, you know, the areas that you fly in a lot, it comes to you easily because you're able to identify it real quick. When you go to strange places, though, you want to be able to decipher that quickly too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So now, is this just a daytime flying plane?
Legally in Canada, yes, you cannot fly this at night.
Okay.
In the US, this plane is equipped for night flying.
Okay.
So it all just depends on the regulations in each country.
Right.
In Canada, this plane falls under the category of an advanced ultralight, just because its weight is so low.
Okay.
So the limitations are you can only fly during the daylight, and you can only fly
Collingwood traffic, Foxtrot Juliet,
with
November,
visibility to the
November,
ground.
30
Okay.
seconds.
And you need so many miles visibility around you.
Right.
We're not allowed to fly this thing into clouds legally. Reason being is that the license for an advanced ultralight aircraft is the requirements are a lot less than the private pilot license.
Right.
So a person could get their license in this category generally in 25 hours.
Right.
Where a private pilot license, a minimum is 40 hours.
Okay.
So you can get a license for half the price, even less than half the price. And you're going to do what most pilots do anyways, which is only day flying.
Okay.
Night flying is nice, of course, but you want good visibility. We're just coming up over top of Stayner.
That's where I live over here.
Okay, cool. See your place?
Yes, I do.
Altitude.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, I do so.
Approaching altitude.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, isn't that neat?
If you want to take a picture from up here, feel free to do it. Oh, you don't have a phone with you, do you?
No, I left it in the car. That,
Oh, okay.
But now I can honestly say I've seen it from the air.
There you go.
Yep.
So that's where we took off from, Edenvale.
Right?
So what we're going to do is I'm going to slowly lower this plane down
Approaching altitude.
to 1,000 feet over the ground,
Right?
and then enter the thing that we call the circuit. That is the landing procedure.
Okay.
So what we have to do is we have to fly an imaginary highway that exists in the sky above the airport.
Okay.
It's almost a partial rectangle. We're going to fly over top of the airport. We're going to turn left and fly straight for a while, turn left again, and then left again
Okay.
to make our landing.
And is that what everybody has to do, Bill?
Yep.
1-3, turning
Okay.
crosswind right now, going through 16 to 17. Okay, I'm showing 5 miles out, and I'll be joining on a left down, straight on a left downwind.
So I'm just going to listen to their radio station for a little bit more, hear what these other pilots are doing. It sounds like there's 2 using the airport right now.
Leaving altitude.
Yeah, they established this practice at the beginning of aviation, the beginning of the century.
The Edenvale
So we
area.
avoid each
Could
other.
we get a
Right.
airport advisory, please?
Right now, only one aircraft in the circuit, one inbound 20 miles out, and we are using 1-3.
All right, on you. Use 1-3. Okay, thanks. We're about we're Cirrus SR-22. We're 14 miles back, and we'll be landing potentially 1-3 as well.
And Edenvale traffic, SportStar, India, Juliet, Kilo Yankees, 5 miles southwest of the field. At 2,200, going to descend to circuit height, cross overhead the field, and join him in left downwind, 1-3.
Any idea what the winds are at Edenvale today?
The AWAS wasn't working at the moment, but the stock looks like it's showing around 5 to 7.
Great, thank you very much.
How's your day going, Bill?
Just another day in paradise. You?
Ditto on that one.
So right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of scanning the sky with my eyes, looking for other planes,
Right?
and gradually lowering this plane down to 1,700 feet above sea level. Because, yeah, so we're at now 1,800.
Yep.
Approaching altitude.
Delta Tango, centering on downwind leg at 1,700 feet. It's coming up the beam of the field.
So, yeah, we have to be at 1,000 feet above the ground, which is going to be 1,700 feet to do this procedure. And that will give us our best visibility of other aircraft that are here, because we're all going to be at the exact same level.
Okay.
We'll be able to see them by doing
Right.
that. If we came in higher, we won't see them. They'll disappear in the trees with our eye, like our eyes won't catch them.
Right.
So right now, us being at this level, in theory, we should be able to start seeing somebody, which is flying areas right across the, I don't know if you can see directly over top of the airport. There's an object flying in the horizon there.
Okay.
There's another guy, I believe, that would just landed. We're going to be landing on the long runway that goes this way.
Kilo Zulu Bravo, turning final at 13.
So this landing procedure is followed all over the world. It's the exact same way everybody enters in to do the landing. So if there's another guy coming in 20 miles away, he's going to come in right behind us.
Delta Tango, turning left base for 13.
Well, that's good. That's good that it's done that way.
Yeah.
You know?
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee is overhead the field to join him at left downwind, 13, number 2.
Your stomach okay still?
Yep.
Good.
KZB, short final 13, Edenvale will exit on Delta.
Yeah, these bumpy days tend to really work on your stomach, but good for you that it's holding together.
Edenvale traffic, it's a Cirrus SR-22. We're going to be heading to the southeast about 7 miles to that private grass strip and see if we can go in there. That's our home base, so there should be no conflict. We may have to slip over if the winds aren't just favorable enough.
Edenvale traffic in front Delta Tango, turning final 13, full stop.
Getting turbulent.
Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankees, turning left down, mid left downwind, 13, full stop.
Leaving.
Number 2.
Edenvale traffic, KZB is clear 13 on Delta, backtrack 08.
So it might get a little turbulent on our landing because we're getting even closer to the ground. Put it this way, I'm glad you didn't want to come out here at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Is that right?
It was terrible. Oh, terrible. I was explaining that to Kim. I was like, you don't want to be a midday. You don't want, not with the sun out. Evenings are beautiful. Early morning is beautiful. There's none of this turbulence at all.
Oh, is that right, eh? Oh,
but
wow.
even the time we did it, it's not terrible, like really bad. But
Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankees, turning left base, 13, full stop.
But no, I know when Kim said 4 o'clock, I mean, to me, if you would have said no, 6 was better, 6 would have been fine.
okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been no different.
KZB's on backtrack 08 for
So right now I'm just reaching down here and pulling our lever we called flaps. It helps us get down to the ground
Altitude.
by slowing the plane down, creating a larger wing area so the plane floats better.
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankees, turning final 13, full stop.
Delta Tango is clear of the runway on Delta.
So a guy just landed and he's just pulling off the runway there on that little taxiway.
Okay.
Wow, it's actually pretty smooth. I think I spoke too soon. It's going to wake up and start bumping us around.
Edenvale traffic, Cessna 172, trying to down to the India Mike is currently 6 minutes away, 60,000 feet overhead barrier. In my landing, we'll fly straight into the downwind 13. All units Delta Tango is taxiing on 26 to the hangar.
There's that wind. Yeah, we're just going to cruise along this runway until she wants to set down. Just like that.
How about that, eh?
How was that, Rod?
It landed
Oh yeah.
pretty soft, you know? You never know, I mean, as a non-flyer of this type of plane, you didn't know whether or not, as you get lower or not, if it kind of wobbles it. So therefore, well, the tires, because you want them all to touch at the same time, right?
Yeah, ideally you want the two back ones to touch first,
Okay.
and then you just touch the front one down after.
Overhead the field,
Okay.
that's 2,500. Well, let me just check this out here. We're a little bit too low for that just yet. I'll get back to you.
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet, Kilo Yankees, clear of active 13 on Delta to the ramp.
Edenvale traffic, KZB's on the backtrack 13.
So you held together. Good for you.
Oh, that was great. That was
Awesome.
wonderful. It was really, really neat. I'll have to tell Kim just how much enjoyment it was, and it was really, really good, Bill. Really good.
Left down one for another one.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Happy to be part of the experience.
Oh. Well, I know last night, my father-in-law, he was asking about it. He said, well, and then another gentleman, Dan, and that, he said, well, Shorty, when you come back, let me know what it's like, because he didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yeah.
And then Kim's telling him about it and that, so I said, not a problem, I'll let you know what it's like. But no, it was fabulous. Just fabulous.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I operate year-round, so if anybody wants to do something like that, come up and just try it out. No, that's what I do.
When you say year-round, you mean you do that in the winter as well?
I do. Yeah.
Is that right, eh?
Yep. The only thing, I try to avoid the days that drop below -20.
Well, I was going to say, I bet you on a nice sunny winter day, you're really beautiful up there.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as the temps aren't too low, right?
And now, would it be real smooth because you wouldn't have that heat hitting the ground, or?
It has a tendency to be smoother.
Right?
Obviously, the clearer the sky is, the rougher the air is.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so a day like today, with that blue sky, not a cloud in the sky,
Yeah.
the clouds act as a sunblock.
Okay.
So if there's some cloud there, then we have less turbulence.
Okay.
That's why it's so turbulent today. It's so blue of a sky.
Okay.
But in the winter, even on the real clear day, you might get a little bit of turbulence, but nothing like what we had today.
Oh, wow.
There'll just be little tiny pushes.
We'll fly straight into the downwind, runway 13.
That's going to taxi it right up in like this. Park her like a car. Don't try that at home.
Oh.